Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our lecture on how to write a research proposal paper, designed for our course on research designs and methods, focusing on healthcare management in a Canadian context. Today, we'll explore the process of crafting a research proposal that addresses a healthcare management issue involving human subjects. This assignment requires you to demonstrate mastery of course outcomes, including formulating research questions or hypotheses, conducting literature reviews, selecting appropriate research designs, qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods, addressing ethical protocols, and outlining data collection methods. The proposal should align with professional practice in healthcare management, ensuring practical relevance. You'll work individually or in groups of 3-5, producing a 6-8 page document that incorporates a table or chart, such as a timeline, and adheres to APA format. Ethical considerations, like compliance with Canadian guidelines, e.g., Tree Council Policy Statement, TCPS2, are critical, especially for human subjects research. This lecture will guide you through each component, from introduction to summary, equipping you to create a robust proposal that drives evidence-based solutions in healthcare. We begin with the lecture outline, providing a roadmap for crafting an effective research proposal. Following our introduction, let's review the lecture outline to guide our exploration of writing a research proposal for healthcare management in Canada. This lecture is structured to provide a comprehensive understanding, starting with an introduction to research proposals, defining their purpose and structure. We'll then cover the essential components, including the introduction, research question or hypothesis, literature review, research design, methodology, ethical considerations, expected outcomes, and timeline. Next, we'll delve into formulating clear, specific research questions or hypotheses that address healthcare issues, followed by strategies for conducting a thorough literature review to contextualize your study. Selecting an appropriate research design, qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods, will be explored, ensuring alignment with your research goals. We'll also discuss methodology, including study population, sampling, and data collection, alongside ethical protocols to ensure compliance with Canadian standards. Finally, we'll cover expected outcomes, timelines, and a summary to consolidate key points. This outline aligns with RES 480 course objectives to develop skills for designing rigorous, ethical research proposals. This slide transitions to the introduction, where we'll define the purpose and structure of a research proposal. Building on our lecture outline, let's introduce the concept of a research proposal for healthcare management in a Canadian context. A research proposal is a structured document that defines a specific healthcare management problem, such as nurse retention or telehealth efficiency, and outlines the research purpose and its significance. It serves as a roadmap, detailing how you'll investigate the issue, why it matters, and how findings can inform practice or policy. For example, a proposal might address emergency room wait times, highlighting its impact on patient care in Canadian hospitals. The purpose clarifies the study's goals, such as improving service quality, while significance emphasizes its relevance to stakeholders like administrators or policymakers. Aligning with professional practice ensures the research is feasible and impactful, whether conducted in person or online, e.g., via Zoom interviews. Ethical considerations, like protecting participant data, are critical to maintain trust. This introduction aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop skills for crafting proposals that drive evidence-based solutions. By mastering this, you'll create a compelling case for your research. This slide transitions to proposal components, where we'll explore the mandatory sections of your paper. Following our introduction, let's explore the components of a research proposal for healthcare management, as required for your RES 480 assignment. The proposal, spanning 6 to 8 pages, must include a title page with the project title, course name, RES 480, author, S, and group contributions, if applicable. The introduction provides background on the healthcare problem, its significance, and research purpose. A clear research question or hypothesis addresses a specific issue, like the impact of leadership training on nurse retention. The literature review summarizes 5-7 peer-reviewed sources to contextualize the problem and identify gaps. The research design specifies a qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods approach, justified for the study. Methodology details the study population, sampling, data collection, e.g., surveys, interviews, and instruments. Ethical considerations, aligned with Canadian guidelines like TCPS2, address informed consent and confidentiality. Expected outcomes outline anticipated findings and their implications, while a timeline and resources section, including a table or chart, maps out the research plan. A summary recaps the proposal, and references follow APA format. These components ensure a cohesive, rigorous proposal, aligning with course objectives. This slide transitions to formulating research questions, where we'll focus on crafting clear, impactful questions or hypotheses. Following proposal components, let's discuss formulating research questions or hypotheses for your healthcare management proposal in a Canadian context. A research question or hypothesis must be clear, specific, and relevant, addressing a healthcare issue involving human subjects. A question explores relationships or impacts. For example, how does team-based leadership training influence nurse retention rates in Canadian hospitals? It should be focused, guiding the study's scope. A hypothesis predicts measurable outcomes, such as, team-based leadership training will increase nurse retention by improving job satisfaction. This provides a testable statement for quantitative or mixed method studies. Questions suit exploratory research, e.g., qualitative studies on barriers to technology adoption, while hypotheses fit studies with defined variables, e.g., quantitative studies on telehealth efficiency. Both must align with professional practice, ensuring feasibility in settings like hospitals or online environments. Ethical considerations, like ensuring the question respects participant rights, are critical. This process aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop precise, evidence-based research skills. By crafting strong questions or hypotheses, you'll set a clear direction for your study. This slide transitions to conducting a literature review, where we'll explore summarizing sources to justify your research. Following research questions, let's explore conducting a literature review for your healthcare management research proposal. The literature review, a critical component, requires summarizing 5-7 peer-reviewed sources to provide context for your chosen healthcare problem, such as patient satisfaction or emergency room wait times in Canada. These sources, drawn from academic journals, should outline existing research, highlighting what is known and identifying gaps your study will address. For example, if studying cultural competence training, you might review studies on its impact on patient outcomes, noting limited research on Canadian clinics. This justifies the need for your study, demonstrating its contribution to healthcare management. The review should synthesize findings, not just list sources, showing how they inform your research question or hypothesis. Ethical considerations include accurate citation and avoiding plagiarism, ensuring academic integrity. This aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop skills in critical analysis and evidence synthesis. A well-crafted review strengthens your proposal by grounding it in existing knowledge. This slide transitions to selecting a research design, where we'll discuss choosing an appropriate approach for your study. Following the literature review, let's discuss selecting a research design for your healthcare management proposal in a Canadian context. The research design, qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods, must align with your research question or hypothesis and study goals. Qualitative designs, like interviews, explore subjective experiences, such as barriers to technology adoption among senior staff. Quantitative designs, like surveys, measure variables, such as the impact of interdisciplinary teams on wait times. Mixed methods combine both, For example, using surveys to quantify telehealth efficiency and interviews to explore manager experiences. Justify your choice by explaining how it addresses the research problem. For instance, a quantitative design suits measuring nurse retention rates, while mixed methods fit complex issues like patient feedback systems. The design must be feasible in in-person or online settings, like virtual interviews via Zoom. Ethical considerations, like ensuring participant safety, align with Canadian standards. This aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop skills in designing rigorous, context-appropriate studies. This slide transitions to methodology, where we'll explore detailing your study's population, sampling, and data collection methods. Following research design, let's explore methodology in your healthcare management research proposal. The methodology section details the study population, sampling methods, data collection methods, and instruments, ensuring a clear plan for addressing your research question or hypothesis. The study population defines who you'll study, such as nurses in Canadian hospitals or patients in clinics. Sampling methods, like random sampling for quantitative studies or purposive sampling for qualitative studies, determine how participants are selected. Data collection methods include surveys, e.g., measuring patient satisfaction, interviews, e.g., exploring manager experiences, or observations, e.g., assessing team collaboration. Instruments, like validated questionnaires, must be reliable and valid to ensure accurate data. For example, a study on telehealth might use a standardized efficiency survey, adaptable to online or in-person settings. Ethical considerations, like ensuring participant consent and data security, are critical, aligning with Canadian research standards. The methodology must be feasible, considering resources like Zoom for virtual data collection. This aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop practical, rigorous research plans. This slide transitions to ethical considerations, where we'll discuss protocols for protecting participants. Following methodology, let's discuss ethical considerations in your healthcare management research proposal, critical for studies involving human subjects in Canada. Obtaining informed consent ensures participants understand the study's purpose, procedures, and risks, such as informing nurses about a retention study or patients about a satisfaction survey. Ensuring confidentiality and data security involves anonymizing responses and securing data, especially for sensitive healthcare information, to maintain trust. Compliance with the Tree Council Policy Statement (TCPS2) is mandatory, requiring protocols like risk mitigation, e.g., minimizing participant stress and ethical review board approval. For example, a study on cultural competence training must protect patient identities, while a study on virtual collaboration tools should ensure secure data storage. Ethical considerations also include transparent reporting of methods to avoid bias or misrepresentation. This aligns with RES 480 objectives to foster responsible, trustworthy research that respects participant rights. By prioritizing ethics, you'll ensure your study is credible and compliant with Canadian standards. This slide transitions to expected outcomes, where we'll explore outlining anticipated findings and their implications. Following ethical considerations, let's explore expected outcomes in your healthcare management research proposal. This section outlines anticipated findings based on your research question or hypothesis, such as expecting team-based leadership training to improve nurse retention by enhancing job satisfaction. Discussing implications involves explaining how findings could influence healthcare management, like optimizing staffing models or improving patient care quality in Canadian hospitals. For example, a study on telehealth adoption might predict reduced administrative time, impacting hospital efficiency. Highlighting potential policy or practice impact shows how your research could inform decisions, such as implementing patient feedback systems to enhance service quality or diversity training to boost team performance. Ethical considerations include ensuring findings are reported transparently and avoid overgeneralization to maintain credibility. This section aligns with RES 480 objectives by demonstrating how your research contributes to evidence-based practice and policy in healthcare management. By clearly articulating outcomes, you'll strengthen your proposal's relevance and impact. This slide transitions to timeline and resources, where we'll discuss planning and visualizing your research process. Following expected outcomes, let's discuss the timeline and resources section of your healthcare management research proposal. This section provides a detailed timeline for your research, outlining key phases like literature review, e.g., 2 weeks, data collection, e.g., 4 weeks, and analysis, e.g., 3 weeks. For example, a study on emergency room wait times might schedule observations over 1 month, followed by data analysis. Required resources include software, e.g., SPSS for quantitative analysis, NVivo for qualitative, personnel, e.g., interviewers, or technology, e.g., Zoom for virtual interviews. A table or chart, such as a Gantt chart, visualizes the timeline, clearly mapping tasks and durations to ensure feasibility. Ethical considerations include ensuring resources are used responsibly, like securing data storage for participant information. This section aligns with RES 480 objectives by promoting organized, practical research planning that supports efficient execution. By detailing a realistic timeline and resources, you'll demonstrate preparedness for conducting your study in a Canadian context. This slide transitions to example research topics, where we'll explore sample topics to inspire your proposal. Following timeline and resources, let's explore example research topics to inspire your healthcare management proposal in a Canadian context. Consider a study on the impact of team-based leadership training on nurse retention, asking, how does training influence retention rates? With a hypothesis that it improves job satisfaction, using a quantitative pre-post intervention survey. Another topic is telehealth adoption's effect on healthcare manager efficiency, with the question, what is the impact of telehealth on efficiency? And a hypothesis that it reduces administrative time, using mixed methods, surveys and interviews. A third example is cultural competence training's effect on patient satisfaction, asking, how does training affect satisfaction? With a hypothesis that it enhances staff-patient interactions, using a quantitative survey design. These topics involve human subjects, align with professional practice, and are feasible in person or online. Ethical considerations, like ensuring informed consent and data confidentiality, are critical. These examples align with course objectives by illustrating how to craft relevant, impactful research questions. This slide transitions to additional example topics, providing further inspiration for your proposal. Following our initial examples, let's explore additional research topics for your healthcare management proposal. One topic is the influence of interdisciplinary teams on emergency room wait times, with the question, how do interdisciplinary teams affect wait times in Canadian hospitals? And a hypothesis that they reduce wait times through better coordination, using a quantitative observational design. Another is AI-driven decision support systems for administrators, asking, how do AI systems affect decision-making efficiency? With a hypothesis that they improve efficiency via real-time analytics, using mixed methods, metrics and interviews. A third topic is patient feedback systems and service quality, with the question, how do feedback systems influence quality? And a hypothesis that they enhance quality by addressing concerns, using mixed methods, surveys and focus groups. These topics are relevant to Canadian healthcare, involve human subjects, and align with professional practice. Ethical considerations, like protecting participant data and ensuring equitable outcomes, are essential. These examples align with course objectives by showcasing diverse, feasible research ideas. This slide transitions to writing a strong summary, where we'll discuss recapping your proposal effectively. Following example topics, Let's discuss writing a strong summary for your healthcare management research proposal. The summary recaps the proposal's objectives, such as addressing a specific healthcare issue like nurse retention or patient satisfaction, and key components, including the research question, design, methodology, and ethical considerations. For example, a summary might restate the goal of studying telehealth's impact on efficiency, highlighting the mixed methods design and TCP/S2 compliance. Emphasizing research impact involves explaining how findings could improve healthcare practices, like reducing wait times or enhancing team performance in Canadian hospitals. Relevance to healthcare management goals, such as improving patient outcomes or operational efficiency, strengthens the proposal's case. Ethical considerations include ensuring the summary accurately reflects the study scope without exaggerating outcomes, maintaining integrity. This section aligns with RES 480 objectives by synthesizing your proposal into a concise, compelling overview that underscores its value. A strong summary ensures clarity for reviewers, reinforcing the study's potential impact. This slide transitions to submission requirements, where we'll outline formatting and delivery details. Following the summary, let's outline the submission requirements for your healthcare management research proposal. The proposal must be 6 to 8 pages, double-spaced, in Times New Roman, 12-point font, and formatted in APA style, ensuring clarity and professionalism. Include at least one table or chart, such as a timeline or data collection plan, with sufficient text to explain its purpose, enhancing visual clarity. A reference page, listing 5-7 peer-reviewed sources in APA format, is required and does not count toward the page limit. For group submissions, include the note on the title page detailing each member's contributions, e.g., literature review, methodology. Ethical considerations include ensuring accurate citations and equitable group contributions to maintain academic integrity. These requirements align with RES 480 objectives to produce polished, professional research proposals. By adhering to these guidelines, you'll ensure your proposal meets course expectations and is ready for evaluation. This slide transitions to the summary of the lecture, consolidating key points on writing a research proposal. As we conclude our lecture on how to write a research proposal paper for healthcare management in a Canadian context, let's summarize key points. Crafting a focused, ethical proposal involves defining a clear healthcare problem, formulating a specific research question or hypothesis, and selecting an appropriate design, qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods. Key components include a literature review with 5-7 peer-reviewed sources, a detailed methodology, population, sampling, data collection, ethical protocols compliant with TCP/S2, expected outcomes, and a timeline with a table or chart. The proposal addresses healthcare management issues, like nurse retention, telehealth efficiency, or patient satisfaction, ensuring relevance to professional practice in Canada. Ethical considerations, like informed consent and data confidentiality, are critical to maintain trust and integrity. This process aligns with RES 480 objectives to develop skills in designing rigorous, evidence-based research proposals that drive impactful solutions in healthcare. By mastering these steps, you'll produce a compelling 6-8-page proposal that contributes to advancing healthcare management practices. Thank you for your engagement. This concludes our lecture.